Hello everyone. For this remediation video, we're going to be looking at the Unit 3B constructed response, exemplary response versus a non-exemplary response. And then we'll explain why those are exemplary or non-exemplary. So if we took a look at this exemplary response, we have the graphic novel adaptation of Around the World in 80 Days enhances my understanding of the different cultures and settings Phileas Fogg encounters through its vivid illustrations. For example, the depiction of the bustling streets of Paris is filled with intricate details like the architecture and the clothing of the people, which reflect the unique style of French culture. The use of color in the scenes set in India with rich oranges and deep greens captures the vibrancy of the landscapes and the traditions of the locals, allowing me to appreciate the diversity in the settings. Additionally, the facial expressions of the characters in these illustrations convey their emotions and reactions to different situations, offering deeper insights into the cultural interactions Fogg experiences on his journey. So why this is exemplary? This response effectively addresses all parts of the prompt, demonstrating an in-depth understanding of how illustrations enhance cultural understanding. It provides specific examples from the graphic novel, accurately cites details, and connects them to the writer's purpose. So if we look at a non-exemplary response, the graphic novel has pictures that show different places Phileas Fogg goes. The images are colorful and interesting, which makes the book fun to read. For instance, there are scenes with people in different clothes. The pictures help you see what he sees, but they are not very important to the story itself. I think the book is good because it is an interesting story. So why this is non-exemplary? This response minimally addresses the prompt and lacks substantial references to the main ideas and relevant details from the text. It fails to provide specific examples or coherent explanations, demonstrating a limited understanding of how the illustrations contribute to the story's cultural context. So looking at a very good A response versus a not so good, needs improvement, F or D response, you can see the difference between the two. So make sure you are not just giving a general idea of how the pictures look in the text or a general idea of how the pictures help you understand the story, but a specific details of how the pictures, the illustrations help you understand the story and the cultural aspects of the story. And you really want to give as much specific detail about the text and specifically the illustrations of the graphic novel as possible, and explain how that those illustrations help you to understand the story and its cultural connections. Okay, so if we look at the prompt, it talks about the graphic novel adaptation of Around the World in 80 Days is full of pictures that help the reader understand the story. Make sure you are answering the question here. How do the illustrations enhance your understanding of the different cultures and settings Phileas Fogg encounters on his journey? And make sure you are also providing specific examples from the graphic organizer to support your response. Okay, your response should be one complete paragraph, 5 to 7 sentences, and you're going to use the section 3 and section 4 read aloud videos and the text to give those specific examples. If we look at the helping resource called Understanding Settings in Around the World in 80 Days, we know that the settings play a crucial role in shaping the narrative and characters' experiences. The various settings of the story are important because they contribute to character development and the overall plot. So the key settings in the novel, London, England, the various countries like India, America, Japan, then the journey itself. Okay, and then it gives you some analogies to understand settings. So make sure you're mentioning one or more of these settings and how they contribute to your understanding of the story in your constructed response paragraph. Best thing I want to look at here is part of the study guide. What is a graphic novel? Okay, so a graphic novel is a book that uses a combination of illustrations and text to tell a story. Unlike traditional novels, which rely solely on words, graphic novels use visual elements to enhance the narrative. They can cover a wide range of genres, including adventure, fantasy, science fiction, mystery, and more. And so the key features to graphic novels are, one of them is illustrations, right? The artwork is a crucial part of the storytelling, helping to convey emotions, actions, and settings. And you can mention that in your explanation for how the illustrations in the graphic novel help you to understand the story. And then sequential art is another part. The combination of images and text in a specific sequence creates a dynamic and engaging reading experience. So part of why we read graphic novels is because it offers a unique and engaging experience that combines the best of both visual and textual storytelling. Visual engagement, right? The illustrations make the story more vivid and engaging, especially for visual learners. The pictures can enhance understanding of the text, and that's what we are looking for, an explanation for you to describe that, how it does that for you in your paragraph. Okay, and again, here are the settings and the travel timeline, the route map and the travel timeline for the setting. You can mention some of the places that is shown in the text. Okay. And then on certain pages, you can see pictures of things like trains and elephants and ships and bridges and snow, and where and what the characters are doing and how they're feeling. So you can mention some of that in your paragraph. So one of the main themes of the story is cultural encounters. Okay, and you want to mention all of the cultures that are shown in the illustrations of the graphic novel. As Fogg travels across various continents, he encounters diverse cultures and societies, highlighting the richness and complexity of the world beyond his own. And so when we're looking at the prompt, okay, full of pictures, the graphic novel is full of pictures that help the reader understand the story. How do the illustrations enhance your understanding of the different cultures and settings Phileas Fogg encounters on his journey? Provide specific examples from the graphic novel to support your response. So when we're looking at the illustration style, you can describe and explain how the illustrations enhance the storytelling. Are there any particular panels that stand out to you? And so you can do that with within your CR paragraph.